Karibu Madaraka Day 2017. Karibu wageni wetu. Hivi sasa wanakuja kupita mbele ya jukwaa.
Join you on this 54th Madaraka Day celebration. I wish to send my warm greetings to the people of UASIN GISHU County and all Kenyans wherever they may be in the great country. More specifically to our Muslim brothers and sisters during the holy month of Ramadan. Madaraka Day celebration is a commemoration of the day when Kenya attained internal self-rule. On this occasion, we salute the gallant sons and daughters of our land who are instrumental in the attainment of our Madaraka. We hail their patriotism and vision of a prosperous Kenya, free from any form of colonial bondage. As we celebrate this day, therefore, let us renew our commitment to always build a better Kenya and keep the vision by teaching our children morals and values of hard work and self-reliance. This in the long run will help us to root out corruption, which has continuously threatened to derail the growth of our country. As we celebrate this day, we should look back and reflect on the journey we have traveled since we attained self-rule. It is indeed evident that we have made tremendous progress that includes promulgation of the new constitution in 2010, which led to the formation of county government. This shift has further enhanced self-rule that has led to better access to food, shelter, education, health, and security services, and overall better living standards of the people. I wish, therefore, to use this event to highlight some of the successes in the various departments in my county government. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Department of Trade, my government has continued to promote investor confidence by streamlining licensing and investment facilitation, a process that has earned our recognition by the World Bank as the best county with ease of starting and doing business. To expand our economy and create jobs, my government has been looking out for foreign direct investments. Along these fronts, we already identified an investor who will set up Kenya's first privately owned special economic zone in our county, and an agreement worth 200 billion shilling has been signed between a Chinese firm in Guangdong, New South Group Limited, and Kenya's African Economic Zones Limited, to set up the economic zone in Plateau at Kaptagat Ward in our county. Moreover, my government has licensed and facilitated several new investors in the areas of milling, energy generation, and service industry. On trade development, my government has negotiated for the funding from the European Union to the tune of 110 million for the construction of a state-of-the-art wholesale market in Kimumu Ward. The bidding process for the funds has been completed and will be released soon. Furthermore, we have continued to improve the infrastructure for trade. Currently, several markets are under construction, refurbishment, notably Kuinet Market in Kuinet Kapsus Ward, Ainapkoi Market in Ainapkoi Olarem, and refurbishment of wholesale markets and main market in Uruma. To enable our traders access credit services, we have created a fund dubbed Inua Biashara, which is currently being enacted into law to enable our small-scale traders access cheap credit. Cooperative development has continued to be an area of focus in my government, with the prime objective of spurring economic empowerment among our farmers and traders. The culture of pulling together through cooperative creates economies of scale in purchase of farm inputs and marketing of products. My government has continued to organize farmers and traders into cooperatives and revive ailing ones. To stimulate vibrancy in the sector, we have continued to build capacities for these cooperatives to ensure proper management of their financial and operational affairs, and provided them with cheap loans, which either to stand at 110 million shillings, extended to registered cooperative societies. These cooperative societies also enjoy subsidies in the purchase of farm inputs and infrastructural developments like the milk coolers. Coming together to form the North Rift Economic Bloc, NOREB, remains one of the key economic decisions that my government has given priority. The bloc has helped to reconsolidate a possible target market which has persuaded investors in making investment decisions. Arising from this, my government has facilitated a foreign investor, Hans Salbo, from Netherlands, to invest in the construction of cold potato storage stores, which has greatly boosted potato production in Ainapkwe sub-county. This construction of cold storage facility will in future be expanded to other sub-counties and entire NOREB region. As the interim chairman of NOREB, I take pride in the progress so far made in the formation of NOREB and will continue to promote its development. Ladies and gentlemen, water management and protection of current and future generation is paramount in today's economy. In the recent past, destruction of forest catchment areas has been experienced as a result of the competition for resources, which has led to decline in water availability and reliability. The Kenyan Constitution gives access to clean potable water as a right to citizens. In order to meet their right, my government has prioritized the provision and management of water within the county. In the past 4 years, my government has protected more than 220 springs through intake construction and planting of environmentally friendly trees, which has not only led to increased access to water, clean water, but also increased sustainability of water reliability. To further increase access and storage, my government has rehabilitated and desilted 30 ponds across the county to harvest water during the long rains, and to increase access to water in areas with no service areas. My government has drilled 81 boreholes to serve public institutions and members of the public. Going forward, my government will continue to invest on gravitated water and use the solar-powered pumps to ensure that all public institutions are connected and supplied with sufficient water in the future. Provision of water and sewage services in the urban areas is also a priority of my government. The current total water production in Eldoret is at 6,000 cubic meters per day. This is way below our current demand of 60,000 cubic meters per day. To bridge this gap, my government, in conjunction with Lake Victoria North Water Services Board, developed the El Karini Water Project that will give additional 9,000 cubic meters per day. The project is 75% complete and is expected to be completed by the end of 2017. In addition, plans are underway to develop Kipkaren water treatment plants that will give additional 24,000 cubic meters per day, thus closing the gap. I am happy to also note that for the first time, Eldowas made a surplus, and this will be used to further improve services. Ladies and gentlemen, environmental conservation is important for sustainable development. My government in the past 3 years has planted more than 700,000 assorted seedlings in public institutions and water catchment areas. I wish, therefore, to remind you of my earlier appeal to all landowners in the county to ensure that 10% of their land is under forest cover. This, in the long run, will help us bring our forest cover to above 10% from the current 7.5. To effectively manage solid waste, my government has procured 6 refuse trucks, 2 farm tractors, 3 tractor-operated skip loaders, and 121 skip containers. This has greatly helped in collection of the high volume of waste generated within the county. My government is in the process of negotiating to procure land suitable for a landfill to replace the field one of Kipkenyo dam site. To enhance the beauty of Eldoret town and make it more attractive, my government has rehabilitated all roundabouts and major highways by planting grass and ornamental trees and flowers. To improve our business hours in our towns, my government has erected street lights in Eldoret town, Moisbridge, Soy, Tarbo, Banforest, Juakali, and Cheptiret. To encourage traders in these towns and centers to take advantage of this and have a 24-hour economy. Ladies and gentlemen, to our endeavor to fully digitize our operations, we have laid down ICT infrastructure and solutions in healthcare and revenue collection, among others. The UG Afya Care, for example, aims at automating health facilities, thus creating efficiency, effectiveness, and accountability in the management of healthcare resources in the county, hence improving the quality of service delivery in our facilities. The revenues solution UGPay is a solution that allows us to handle revenue by point-of-sale devices and transactions seen on a real-time on the web portal, which is hosted by the county government. The automation is using non-cash payment that includes but not limited to M-Pesa, bank agencies in the first phase, and later on other payment methods will be adopted. All this has been achieved courtesy of the wide area network, a point-to-point connectivity project across all the county satellite offices and sub-county headquarters. All these endeavors, I wish to note that before the new constitutional dispensation, healthcare was faced with a myriad of challenges that included inadequate infrastructure, shortage of medical personnel, lack of poor management of basic medical equipment, very poor referral of patients for emergency services due to inadequate and reliable ambulances, poor health facility records management. In some parts of our county, patients traveled more than 7 kilometers to seek basic health services. I am happy to note that over the last 4 years, we have revitalized healthcare delivery services to the level that we can now provide comprehensive care in all facilities. We have availed almost all the required health services, delivery inputs, infrastructure, health products and commodities, human resource and engineering of health information system. Today, we are able to reduce the distance to the nearest health facility to within 5 kilometers by constructing, equipping, and staffing 27 Level 2 health facilities across all the wards in the county. Upgrade Level 2 and Level 3 facilities to increase accessibility to basic health care. Construct 4 new Level 2 health facilities in various wards. Health facilities have been connected to clean water. Power supply has been connected to all the health facilities as to improve service delivery. Construct and equip and staff 47 medical labs. Employ 365 medical personnel and redistributed medical personnel. Retrain health facility managers and encourage public participation in hospital management. Retrained healthcare personnel and availing the essential working equipment with conducive working environment. Re-engineered health information system through automation of health facilities and management of drugs, medical supplies by developing and implementing an integrated hospital management information system, which has so far been implemented in 12 hospitals, 39 dispensaries, and 6 sub-county pharmacy stores. Ladies and gentlemen, the Department of Agriculture, Livestock, and Fisheries has been able to achieve the following in the work of devolution. First, in an effort to promote dairy production through improved milk quality and marketing, my government has set aside 225 million shillings for the construction of milk cooler structures. So far, 46 cooperative societies benefited from the project. At the long run, it is expected that all dairy farmers will channel their milk through cooperative, hence be able to have a say on the prices of their produce. Secondly, AI subsidy project. Dairy production over the last 2 decades has declined mainly due to the poor genetics attributed to use of bulls leading to inbreeding. My government has set aside 35 million shillings for the purpose of improving dairy genetics. So far, 6,000 havers have been realized through the purchase of both conventional and sex semen, which has been distributed through farmers' cooperative societies and dairy groups at subsidized rates. Inua Mama na Kuku flagship project. My government, through this flagship project dubbed Inua Mama na Kuku, was established in an effort to improve the livelihoods of women in the county. The project was meant to recognize the role played by women in the economy, and more so to empower them financially. The project has also helped in improving the nutritional needs of the families. Funds were committed to purchase and distribute 100 to 300 chicks per group. This saw my government distribute 205,000 chicks, 1,150 bags of starter feeds across the county. Kijana na Eka flagship project. 139 youth groups were supported to establish various agricultural projects with the aim of empowering them through Kijana na Eka initiative by engaging them in income-generating activities through promotion of high-value crops. The 139 groups who qualified were selected through a competitive process, and the funds were accessed to them at a zero-rate interest loan on a revolving fund basis. Fisheries. In the recent past, the demand for fish has grown tremendously in the county, surpassing supply. My government has embarked on an effort to improve production of the fish. The county provided support in manufacture of fish feed to ensure availability of quality feeds, and recently supervised the construction of 200 new ponds in the county. To further boost production, my government has constructed fish cages in some of the major dams in the county. Construction of fish hatchery is ongoing in collaboration with the University of Eldoret. My government is also working on the construction of an aqua shop, which is aimed at promoting fish marketing in the county. More than 500,000 fingerlings are being distributed to fish farmers within the county. Feed mixers and feed demonstration centers. In an effort to lower the cost of production of feeds, my government procured 3 feed mixers to assist farmer cooperative societies formulate its own feeds in Ainapkoi, Tuyoluk, and Moist Bridge Muungano cooperative societies benefited from the project. Construction of multipurpose hall at ATC Chebararua. We have constructed a multipurpose hall at Chebararua Agricultural Training Center aimed at facilitating the training of farmers. The government has renovated facilities also, and which includes 4 cereal stores in Tuyo, Merewe, Sosiani, and Kaptuli, 3 slaughterhouses, and supporting renovated cattle dips with the seed acaricide. 147 cattle dips have been earmarked to benefit from the first phase of the project. In this financial year, we are projecting to build 3 large grain stores in the county. Ladies and gentlemen, in the Department of Roads, to date, a total of 5,000 kilometers of grading has been done, 3,000 kilometers of roads graveled, and 300 kilometers of new roads opened, 4,000 meters of culverts installed, 27 bridges and box culverts have been procured and completed. 4 new roads have been constructed and completed. With the assistance of development partners, the county has improved 12.5 kilometers of roads to bitumen standards. In addition, the department has acquired a mobile workshop to aid in the repair and maintenance of construction equipment procured. Furthermore, 33 kilometers of footpath have been constructed along major roads supported by the World Bank, and 30 border sheds have been constructed. My government has a plan to train 1,200 border riders in partnership with the National Training and Safety Authority. To boost security, the county has installed street lights in several areas, namely Ban Forest, Kapseret, Juakali, Tabo, Kipkorgot, Eldoret Kapsabet Highway, Eldoret Iten Highway, Eldoret Uganda Road, Eldoret Nairobi Highway, Cheptiret, markets in Kese, Soy, Matunda, Mosbridge, Silas, and Strawback, Annex, Cheploskey, Chambulet, Chepkanka, Kipkaren, Eset, and RVTTI. In the Department of Lands, I wish to mention that a lot has been done, but I want only to emphasize on the planning of Eldoret Town and other urban centers within the county. The plan is ready and awaiting the necessary approvals from the implementation. I want to urge all of you to cooperate with the officers undertaking this noble task during this process. The planning targets of the following. We are planning targets of the following: Tarbo, Juakali, Mosbridge, Banforest, and Cheptiret. The government, we have streamlined the issuance of title deeds to both private landowners and public institutions. We have prioritized land tenure security, and so far we have improved it from 40 to 70%. In the Department of Education, we have so far employed 1,000 ECD teachers, constructed 580 ECD classrooms, and dispersed 452,800,000 through county bursaries. We have also sponsored 1,800 students to acquire various technical skills in RVTTI Eldoret and Eldoret National Polytechnic. Along these lines of ensuring that our youths acquire the relevant skills, my government, in liaison with the Kenya Institute of Mass Communication, is establishing Kenya Institute of Mass Communication Eldoret Campus, the first campus for KMC in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, this being a campaign period, you are aware that I am seeking the re-election as your governor. I therefore wish to humbly ask you for your support. In my campaign of an investor for this term, I have lined up quite a number of activities that are aimed at further improving the economy of the county, namely provision of water to all public primary and secondary schools, and wananchi through last pipe connectivity program. Avail cheap and affordable credit to farmers, youth, women, and people living with disability. Complete all ongoing projects like sub-county hospitals. We will continue to improve on our infrastructure and start cottage industries for wealth and employment of our youth. In order to increase milk production and to improve more on the dairy breeds, we will further subsidize sex semen and regular semen from our current subsidized rates of 2,500 and 700 to 500 and 200 respectively. Ladies and gentlemen, in my concluding remarks, and now that we have entered the campaign period, I wish to urge all of you to embrace sobriety during this period and at the time of elections. It is up to you, especially the young men and women, to work towards deepening and sustaining the democratic ideals. Deepening our democracy is a crucial struggle, not just for our future prosperity and peace, but also for our fundamental human aspirations to live as free men and women. So let us embrace respect for others and keep away from confrontational politics. All aspirants should be on the forefront to encourage their supporters to give political space to their competitors and discourage them from attending other competitors' campaign forums. Otherwise, I want to wish you all prosperous Madaraka Day and peaceful campaign period. For the aspirants from all other political divides, let us be the champions of peace and harmony. Thank you very much, His Excellency the Governor Mandago, on his behalf.